Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving a disaster situation playing as Khemri going up against Rapance, where it's just one army versus one army, but their army just hard counters ours, right? It's very difficult to overcome what they've got with what we've got, so let's go through it. This is our army here. It's not a bad army. You know, got some Tomb Guard, got some archers, chariots, other stuff. It's not a bad army. It's a balanced army, and it has no real strengths, and it has no super weaknesses. Except it does actually have a super weakness, and that is anti-large, super strong cavalry. And that's exactly what's coming in here. One of the problems here is that the skeleton chariots, we just can't use them in this battle, right? Because even though they seem like they're fairly fast, the speed of chariot units like this, they get stuck on themselves, especially ones with 12 entities with them. The ones with like 4, they tend not to get stuck quite as bad as these ones. They just constantly maneuvering them around. They're just really sort of goofy unit. And these ones here, they just charge right up to them and catch them straight away. It's very hard to get away from them. So that's going to be a big problem. And then we've got some units in here that can definitely beat some knights, but the problem here is that we just don't have enough of them. We've got a wizard that's not super well leveled up. He went and put a whole bunch of different points into spells rather than like hyper focusing on Net of Ammontok or fast protection. Light of Battle I don't think is very useful. I know some people like to use it for Tomb Kings. I personally don't. I just don't think it's that useful. And it would have actually been better to get Barona's Time Warp over Banishment, I think, in this particular scenario at least. So that's going to be a problem. We've also got characters on chariots. I think this... I've never seen this trait here. Captain of the Royal Chariot Guard. I wonder if that had a mod attached to it, because when I loaded the save file, it had no mods attached, so I don't know about that, but whatever the case is, not going to make use of it, because we actually need this guy on foot. And the same thing with Cetra. You might think, oh, but it's really good mount, really good mount. It is a really good mount, but it's hard countered by cavalry. So we could go with the Khemrian War Sphinx for sure, but we need that massive stat bonus and also the weapon strength. Because if you have a look, if we go Khemrian War Sphinx, like if I click it, we're gonna lose health. You lose a lot of stats when you get those big mounts. The main benefit of having a Khemrian War Sphinx or the Chariot of the Gods, they're both really good anti-infantry. One good for just killing mass amounts of infantry, and the other one good for just punching right through infantry lines. We don't need that in this battle. I need him to be anti-large. I need him to be able to duel Enri or Rapance. I need him to be able to beat them in melee, and he's only going to be able to do that on foot. Then the other thing is that we need to get rid of one of these chariots and take a Regiment of Renown. We need the Usurian's Legion of the Netherworld. The only reason I'm getting that one over anything else is because that's the only one I've got available that I could possibly get. And we just need front line. More front line, the better here. So we need stuff that we can recruit instantly. Now, he's made the sort of classic mistake of throwing in Regiments of Renown into standing armies, where this unit here would have actually been really handy in the coming fight. Same thing with this one. Same thing with this one. All of those would have been great. I would have gotten rid of the chariots and gotten those 3 units in there, and then it wouldn't have really been a disaster battle. But even with this, I'm still concerned this is going to be a tough battle, because another thing as well, we need to have a static line, right? To hold our line against this. And what do they have? Goddamn Heaven Wizard chucking down lightning bolts on us. So I'm going to need to constantly keep my eye on that and try to dodge it. And they've got 100 winds of magic, so wasting their magic is not an option. So yeah, there's a lot of things here that's just, we're just hard countered by this fucking army. But, let's see if we can overcome it. And it's on very hard battle difficulty, so they're getting cheats on top of that. Now, typically speaking, when playing Tomb Kings, I usually phase out the chariot units very early on, usually by about turn 30 or 40. This is turn 48 here, so you should start thinking about doing that. It's simply a case of, like, chariot units are really good anti-infantry, but they're terrible at everything else, and they're really goofy units. And usually by around turn 40 and 50, unless you're fighting exclusively dwarfs, which is usually not the case, you're usually fighting armies that have something other than infantry spams, and so they really start to become outdated. They're just not great units. I find that the other types of chariots, ones that have 4 entities, are usually a lot better. And these ones here, they're only rank 1 and rank 2 units anyway. Alright, let's jump in and see what we can do here. There is no further manipulation or anything I can do. Nothing short of lowering the battle difficulty. But if I lowered the battle difficulty 1 down from very hard to hard, it might actually give us an auto-resolve win. Because the margins are really quite... like, it's fairly even. And when we get into the battle here, it'll probably say it's evenly matched. But, man, we're just hard countered. And this is another thing. Don't trust the goddamn balance of power, alright? If you're like, oh, it battles even. Oh, we should win. Be careful, especially when the AI is coming at you with like a lot of cavalry like this. That can actually be a big problem, especially if you're on higher battle difficulties because they're getting cheats. The AI is pretty good with that kind of stuff sometimes. Like if they've got an infantry spam and you've got a wizard and you can run around them, then yeah, don't worry about it. But that's not the case here. We don't have the mobility advantage, and the mobility advantage is worth a lot more than what the balance of power will actually indicate. Alright, now, another thing that we should probably do with these chariots, because they're such goofy units, try not to get them to touch each other. They're just such goofy units. Alright, so what we want to do is... let's see here. We want to put the Tomb Guard with halberds on the flank. Hang on, there's a way of doing this. If the order that you select them in, it's from left to right. So if I go like this, and then sign up. Yeah, there we go. The Ushabti is also not going to be very useful in this battle. Same thing with the Tomb Scorpion. I can't, it's just the anti-infantry. I can't do anything with them. Sure, the enemy does have infantry, but they're nothing. Returning infantry is garbage. Their cavalry is their best units. I'm entirely focused and worried about that. Okay, now, another thing. They're going to try to attack our flanks. We're not really going to have a flank, but let's get our archers ready to deal with that. Just prepare a little bit. Okay, because they're really not going to attack us that heavy through the front. Square formations are ideal. Okay. Let's put the archers in guard mode. Bring these guys over here. I'm going to put Cetra on this flank here. You on this one. Cetra's got a Helm of Discord, which is very good. And we need to rush up here as quickly as we can. Ready, steady, go. Move to there. Yep, go. Okay, now we need these ones here. Start moving that way. So what I'm doing with these ones here, I can't send them into combat. They're not going to win. They're just not going to let us get at the infantry at the start, right? So what I'm going to do instead is try to be as much of a distraction as possible. I'm really sort of annoyed that he didn't put more points into Net of Amatok. That's going to be a big problem for us in this battle. But I can net one of these units. But the hope here is just to distract these guys just a little bit. I can only net one of them. Okay, let's see if we can get him to chase after that one. No, it's not going to work. God, these chariots. They're goofy. Okay, now we need to pay attention over here because I expect lightning bolts to be coming down any moment. Or at least they're kind of distracted. We'll do our best to keep them distracted, but I couldn't overcast it. I just couldn't. Alright, you sacrifice yourself for the archer ones. Because, yeah, they're not going to be able to outrun it. They just can't. So you might as well do something. Does a bit of damage. But yeah. Because what we're doing with this is making sure that they just aren't united in their army. I mean, neither are we, but like I said, I couldn't use these troops anyway. Totally bloody useless in this battle. Get over here, get rid of... oh, God. I just don't have the cooldown on that. And they're humping each other's butts and being crap. Come on. Maybe just move up a little bit, start bombing, if we can. Just buy time. You know, the other part of the army is coming in. Buy time. Don't worry about withdrawing these units from the battlefield. Apart from the wizard, we don't want that one dying. Actually, that one's immortal. See, this is the problem. Netting these flying units like this sometimes doesn't really work that well. I'm going to have to withdraw them all from the battlefield. They're just coming crazy on us here. Yep, start bombing. I was really hoping these guys would come in a bit faster. You just try to get out of there. Come on. Like I said, we did not have the speed advantage here. Come on, get in there. Come on, get him out. Get him out. Really sucks to lose them, but at least that'll keep them distracted for a little while. I wasn't able to pay attention to this. Alright, you start making your way over here, and we'll just see how that goes. Alright, we need to be bombing archers. Alright. So hopefully it just takes these guys forever to get back over here, and we have hopefully already beaten these guys by the time they get here. That was the entire plan. Very heavy on the sacrifice. Could have withdrawn them from the battlefield, but like I said, he really should phase them out of his army anyway. Okay, we got that coming in there. Try to move out of the way if you can. Oh, I was too slow on that. So this is actually going pretty well over here. Alright, they are almost top of us here, a fair bit. Alright, you need to keep Henry busy. If we can keep him out of the fight for as long as possible, that's really good because he is a very bloody strong fighter. Don't stop. And he's quick. Okay, move it. Might be able to outrun them. Maybe. Alright, how are we going here? Okay, move, 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 move. Why? Don't stop. Oh, God. God damn it. This is the problem when you've got a very sort of slow army. Alright, get rid of those archers. Alright, that's good. That's good. So far, so good. Alright, we got a bit of fighting going on over here. If you could go and fight Replants, that'd be good. Our anti-large is doing decent amount of work there. How's our Tomb Scorpion? It's in the fight, and it's okay. We're pretty vulnerable over here, but we blobbed up too much. Thing is, we need them to blob up so that I can bomb them, so it's like a double-edged sword. It's just a case of whose blobbing is better. Also makes a really easy target for our archers on the flanks here. If there was something I could do to snipe that damn wizard, I totally would, but I just can't. Oh, this guy is doing a great job over here. Great distraction. Notice he had the same amount of speed as those other guys, but just a lot better. Okay, I think Setcher's doing good. No, bomb that. Keeping Henry out of the fight is possibly winning us this fight. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, Archer's pissing me off. Replants is in worse shape than Settra, so that is really good. They're being, I was wondering when they were going to do something like that. Come on, I need to get back over here. Good. Got distracted them. Kind of. You guys get in there. Let's keep moving. Keep on moving. That's actually working. Yeah, most of our army's going to get destroyed. It's just not one of those situations where we can like walk out of this without any damage. It's just not. Okay, Henry's coming back in again. I need to. Oh, God damn it! Where'd we go? Yeah. Right, keep moving. Sword has got to be a distraction, because we just can't properly deal with him. Somebody come over here and help them out. Bouncer power's moving in our favor. We seem to be winning. Let's just try to make sure we don't lose any of like the really good units. Like the Casket of Souls. I can't replace that easily. Cetra's having a... Oh, we got rid of Rapance. He actually... I was right. He managed to duel Rapance and win. Oh, God, your army. Get in there. Got this as well, but I need all my magic for net of ammo. Oh, we're actually pretty good for magic. Okay, what are you doing? Yeah, you were fighting the archers there. No, keep moving, keep moving. Ready for another net? And you can hold that a little bit longer. Okay, can you move out of the way? Where is that wizard? Over there. Well, I don't have any fast units over here. Alright, there goes that one. Alright, well... Looks like it's going to be one of those battles where we don't get an early army losses, but we can start bringing this one back over here now. Alright, Cetra and you try to kill this one here, because that one's probably done loads of kills on us. Yeah, it has. Very difficult, you know, to predict what it's going to be doing. This one's done pretty well. Take that out there. Looking good. Yeah, it's just the last little drakes. At least you've got these two Tomb Guard remaining. That's it's good. You can take whatever we can. Because this is a really tough army to deal with. Looks like we're not going to kill her. Come on, move, move, move. Unless she rallies. No, she's not going to rally. You got ammo. Shoot her. Shoot her. Quick. Kill her. Nah, she dodged that shot. Alright, Cetra. And look at this one here on foot. He did a great job. Right, get back over here. Alright, now we're going to deal with Henry and this other bastard. Hang on. I still need a little bit more time. But yeah, the wizard did a great job. The chariots, I just couldn't do anything with them. But at least they got those units to come chase us. Like, I just couldn't outrun them. They were never going to be of any use in this fight here. Okay, into this one. This one's just going to break straight away. Now, I can't really exactly turn around and use Shem's Burning Gaze just yet, because that takes too long to cast. But if I just get Henry over here, I think these two will be able to duel him just fine. Yeah, bomb that. Also, we didn't get Resurrect for Cetra. Being able to heal our units, that's like one of the main things that you need to do as Tomb Kings. That's a dead unit, nothing I can do about that. Alright, coming in on Cetra, pretty hot. Okay, let's give him extra melee defense. Oh, great. Don't you love it when the... Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. There we go. Start smacking his ass. Good. And there's the army losses. We actually managed to win. Now, we took a lot of damage. We really took a lot of damage, for sure. But it's really important to note that none of the units that got wiped out are irreplaceable. None of them. In fact, some of them you're better off without. I'm not going to be able to do anything there. Just completely ran out of ammo. That is definitely going to be a Pyrrhic victory. Yeah. But here's the thing. If we didn't win here, like, we couldn't really withdraw. They catch up to us. Couldn't force march away. They catch up to us. So we had to win there. And every unit that survived is bonus. Now, if we can manage to finish them off in the next turn, that would be good. Because they would have used up a fair bit of movement getting here. But they also might force march away. And Rapance is wounded, so she didn't get any experience from it, I think. Although I've heard a rumor that they actually do get it. The biggest problem was actually the wizard. I couldn't do anything about it. Like, if I tried to dodge every single shot, I wouldn't have gotten away with the wizards. I just couldn't do both. And even if you do catch those right when the spell's about to be casted, these units are so slow and unresponsive that you still might not get out of the way in time. And, as Cetra, you've gained more experience, and that's also important. Okay. Your money's alright. Okay, replenishment... That's a lot of money. You should go with that. Alright, we'll be able to catch up there and wipe them out. So, you know, you got a few turns to re-recruit a lot of stuff. Like I said, none of the good good got wiped out. Well, apart from the Tomb Guard. I guess that's a little bit sad that they're gone. But everything else here is in really good shape. You're just going to have to suck up some basic units. But yeah, you'll easily be able to get rid of this. In fact, that's an easy auto-resolve. I'll just do that for you right now. And that puts them out of commission for a couple of turns. And that wizard is gone. So at least they'll have to recruit a new one from scratch there. And then maybe this time we go with the... Well, you don't need replenishment now, do you? The extra movement range and money is really handy. Same thing with the canopic jars. Why don't I give you some canopic jars since I just spent some for you? Okay. And I would probably recommend attacking Vulture Mountain. No, because they'll counterattack. Yeah, they can definitely reach there. Go to Source... Hang on, what about Lashiek? No, you can't reach that. Yeah, I would recommend going to Sorcerer's Island and recruit from there. That's what I would do. That's probably an easy auto-resolve as well. I'll just do that for you. I'll make that decision for you. Easy auto-resolve. Cool. I'll occupy that. You'll be safe there. No one's going to be able to catch you. Hey, that's not terrible. Now, if you want to put them back on a mount, maybe I'll do that for him. Otherwise, you might forget. Let's put him back on the mount. Chariot of the Gods, that's what he wanted. And this one over here, Chariot as well. And this one is now immortal. So that's good. And then, yeah, you're just going to have to replace your units with skeleton spears for the time being. So it did weaken us, but it also weakened them. But sometimes you just get yourself caught in a situation. I just can't save all of your units. I just can't do it. It's just a tricky situation. But anyway, at least some of your units survived, and all of the important ones survived, especially the heroes. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Main thing to take away from this is don't suck. See you later.